Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, internet beware. Turn on your klaxons and alarm bells. It's showtime. Hi guys, how you doing? And just like that, he's back. I did play a little offline last night, a bit more today, with my screwed up schedule, waking up at 5 in the morning. Not that I'm bitter. He's ridiculously bitter. I did get a nap. But it wasn't enough. Off to Heoboria. Hey yo, Boria. Look at all those little friendly critters coming to say hi. Isn't that nice of them? So I was level 30 when I stopped playing yesterday, I think. And then today I started playing at 33, so I did something like 3 levels last night. And then I'm up to 45 now. But now, at least theoretically, the major mechanic we're looking for should have kicked in, which is Witchfire. Basically, I put 25 combined stacks of either Damnation or Ignite on a mob or mobs that are close together, and I go into Overload, either Damnation Overload or Ignite Overload, and that sets off Witchfire, which is a big honking dot. Stop playing with your food. He's just so enthusiastic he can't help himself, and he just died. He's not the smartest of pets, let's just put it that way. But we'll bring him back, and we'll let out the... Could you die, please? Just a little. I would be appreciative if you would just die. Thank you. You just have to ask people politely, and they'll happily die. Almost without exception. So, I'm normally a pretty crappy player by nature. But the lack of sleep is probably not going to make that less of a factor. So please be forgiving if I'm acting like a jerk more than usual. Rotten night's sleep. I'll probably also be lower energy than usual, which is hard to imagine given the fact that I probably qualify as clinically dead in some states. I am never a ball of energy. It's just not in my wheelhouse. Why is my... I'm suddenly having mono problems. I turned off something that was giving me mana problems earlier. The Wengari Fortress. Now, historically, it is not unusual for me to get to this point without having died. And then die to the Matriarch and the Patriarch because they just suck. And I'll also find that a good chunk of my deaths when we get to Monoliths will be to the Wengari Matriarch and Patriarch. I can never remember which one it is I want to kill, and or can't actually get them targeted appropriately. There we go. That's the magic I was forgetting. Ooh. So that's my prediction. Wengari Matriarch and or Patriarch will dance upon my inert corpse. I'm having some mana problems. I don't think I made any changes that should be giving me mana problems. And yet, mana problems. Having them earlier. What did you guys do? Obviously couldn't be something I had done, because that would make sense. It's doing a bit better again now. Oh, let's resummon the golem before he just croaks. Ooh, an idol of fire. Fire good. We've got a nemesis. I do not recall the status of my nemesis. Block effectiveness. Is it worth a second in power? I don't think so. I think we'll just challenge. I have wanted to do a shield throw build. So getting a, the shield throw shield, even if it's only 2 and a 1 to 3 on shield throw bonus, still might make the grade. Here they come, boys and girls. Alright, they've got my pet dead. Not good for him. I think that's one of them dead. I think we got the matriarch, who generally is the one I think kills me. And the patriarch. No problem this time. It's nice to have friends, you know? Especially great, big, enormous, scary, undead friends. Crafted from bone and spite. I don't really know that about the spite. I'm just making that up. I'm spitballing here. Thought it sounded good, though. So, an early start today because of the awful evening sleep. And low energy. All in all, I'm sure it'll be lovely. Ding 46. And they killed my pet again. You bastards! Yeah, 2 more points in Chains of Ruin, which will give me Damned Overload. Or open up Damned Overload. We drop enough stacks of Damned on things, and we're dropping lots of stacks of Damned on things. Along with Ignite. Why is that thing not dying? There we go. What the hell was that all about? I do not know. Are we going back in time? Nope, nope. The Rift Beast is coming to us. It has poison, it breathes fire. It has a defensive mode that I just went into there briefly. I think that killed the defensive mode. I think killed my pet. I know I did give it a defensive affix at some point. And that would explain why occasionally my little friend dies. But we got it. No prob. Well, okay, maybe not no prob. He did kill my pet once. Rude. I think that's everything we need. Speak, acquire, acquire. Yep. Back to Heoboria.
Yes.
2 more idle slots. Very nice. Throw me the whip. Use no time. Throw me the idol. Adios, senor. Movie reference. That's a cell. Cell. I don't have any skeletal mages, man. Stop with giving me the bonus with skeletal mages stuff. That ain't right. $40 spell damage. Increased health regen. 40 spell damage. We're getting there with that. I can't use it just yet, but we are getting there with that. That has more already. So we're currently sitting at 1851 if we use that. 1525, all right. We want to save that, and the rest of it we just sell.
Yes.
Mind you, they don't pay much. They're kind of cheap. How was that one? 81 fizz, flat fizz, and melee attack speed. That's pretty brutal. For a dredge hook of brutality, I gotta give him credit. That one, yeah, brutal. Okay. Next up, we go right back the way we came, sort of. That's the old guy who needs medicine for his granddaughter, I believe, but it actually isn't for his granddaughter. It's boner meds. Seriously, it is. Go into this here ice cave for a fang from an ice critter, spider, I think, something. Then we need a liver from an eber, I think they're called. Could be an aber. And it's up here. Yep, we got that. So what we'll be doing, or what I plan on doing, we'll see if it continues to work as it has worked in the past. That's right, this one is a dead end. But this is a fortunate dead end because it means that there's nowhere for the loot lizard to run to. Nowhere to run to. Nowhere to hide. We'll finish up Heoboria, which will open up, which will give us all of the idle slots, and also all of the additional spec points you can get from finishing storyline stuff. At which point, we will then be going and trying our luck in monoliths. But they have increased the base level in monoliths, so it is certainly conceivable we could go to monoliths and get our ass handed to us a few times, although the XP will be high. Rhyme Giant, obviously he's a rapper. Because he rhymes. Oh, you can count on me for bad jokes. Some would say, those were jokes? They would not be wrong. It would not be charitable of them, but they would not be wrong. And out we go to the tundra. The frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. No, not that one. That's an Eber, and we got its liver. Hey. What the hell was that thing hitting me really hard? Don't think that was called for. Remotely. I certainly didn't call for it. Sorry about that. You have to be careful with the ice elementals. Like, oh, something hit really hard again. Those ice elementals and the spiders who fire these long lines of ice spikes. They're not conducive to your health and well-being. Because it's very easy to be moving away from them in a direction that happens to be the direction they just fired everything at. And all of a sudden you're just running and getting hit by all of their shots. Do not recommend. I totally didn't make that a bad horn sound to cover up a bodily sound that I might have been making. Promise. The Temple of Heorot. I really don't like the placement of those pop-ups. Covering the screen where you're probably fighting stuff is not welcome. Let us go back to Eoboria. Eoboria. We will turn in the biological body parts for the old man and his boner meds. Yes. You've got the ingredients? Splendid. I can't wait to use it for the cure, of course. Oh, gods, I can't keep lying to you. Do you want to know what they're really for? Please don't. And that leaves us with just one row. Mage, Cold Pen with Frostbite, and Melee Lightning. I do wish there was a way to tune idols to get 2 good affixes, because the odds of getting 2 good affixes seem to be extraordinarily small. 28, 24, no. 24, no. Any of that particularly awesome? No. Nothing in there is particularly awesome.
Yes. I see.
No skills. No unspent points. Back to the Temple of Heorot. He likes to rhyme. He does it all the time. Anybody want a peanut? That's a movie reference. God, those things. Can't just sit around and let that thing pound on you. Like I just did. Like it almost pounded me to bleeping death. Do not recommend. And we have lost our pet. Hit and miss. We're having some occasional issues with mana. Most of the time, no problem. Some of the time, problem. Whoa, something hit really freaking hard. And the pet's dead again. Pet's not very bright. A lot of times he'll just stand there and eat a whole bunch of area effects. And he's still just a meat shield for me, so I haven't given him any kind of buffs or anything, so he dies a lot. It's not entirely his fault. Stupid elementals. So aggravating. Those things start the big ice rocks falling from the ceiling, you gotta get the hell out. That's just a get the hell out mode. Killed him again. You just have no concern for another man's pets. They're beloved. And that opens up damned overload. When you cast a necrotic spell and enemies within 15 meters have a combined 20 stacks or more of damned, you chain all damned enemies to the ground for 2 seconds and gain damned overload. And when you gain Ignite or Damned Overload, all ignited and damned enemies within 15 meters are inflicted with Witchfire for 12 seconds. Burn and be damned. Baby burn. Aha, couldn't kill my little friend. That, okay, he's not little. He's an enormous golem made out of terrifying bone. But other than that, ran into a bug earlier today. Had to Google up the way around the bug. There's a place in the sewers where you need to break through a gate, but the latest patch has made it so you need to break through the gate with an actual melee attack. I didn't have any of those. So I had to swap in a temporary skill for a second just to do a melee attack that knocked down the gate. So if you're a last Epoch player and you run into something like that, you can't get past a gate or something, you may have to just temporarily swap if you don't have a melee skill. Use it. If you don't have one, you have to put one. Albeit just for a sec. Big wolves. Extra health wolves. Because your normal bargain bin super large dire wolf just sometimes isn't good enough. Oop. All right, the frozen roots.
Your life.
It's Grail.
But how? And you live lot.
You may remember him
Damn it.
from the very
No. Until
second
you
map
I
we're in.
wanted, but
in the storyline.
who cares about that?
We've got another point in chaos boltiness. You guys with me? Good. God damn it. If PoE can do it, LE, for God's sake, let us pause the freaking game. 14 to 15 in chaos bolts. 14 to 15 in chaos bolts. 14. 15. Devour the Damned. Health and mana gain against the cursed. That'll help. That'll help with the mana, for sure. And we've got another one. I'll wait till... Whoops. Crossfire is very real. At range, those freaking elementals can really, really screw up your day. Also, I would like to complain about any part of the roof that's cutting off the whole goddamn area from visuals. Like, oh, I don't know. That. Ooh. Nemesis. Talking with a friend of mine who's playing. Two-handed spear. The Phalanx. Melee damage, vengeance range. More damage with vengeance per block percent. I was reading that. Increase block chance while preparing to riposte. Block effectiveness while preparing to riposte. And chance to use javelin when you riposte. let us see. We want to empower this one. Yep. Nice quick murder. It's not murder. He attacked us. Essentially simultaneous with us attacking him. So that's not murder. It's strictly speaking, not self-defense either. I'm not gonna lie. Two things can be true at once. Freaking die. Oh my god, those things are just so annoying. I mean, Grail's a nice... he's a nice companion. I can talk with him. Me and the Bone Golem, we don't really have deep, meaningful conversations. You know, I will go into the depths of man's inhumanity to man, and he'll just say brains. I mean, we all have our interests. And his are largely brains. Wow. Multiple shrines over here. We'll grab that one. And why not the other one too? I mean, come on, it's right there. Obviously, it wants to be... Ow! Could you please freaking croak? Thank you. No, you haven't. Why would you not do that? Oh, and you come back from the dead too. That's just the last straw. I can't even say I got pleasure from killing it twice. That thing's not dead yet. Ooh, champion. However, he's melting pretty effectively. You can hit a guy with enough damage over time effects, and that works. Are we going back into... Oh, we're going to confront the Rift Beast again. We're not... We have skills to buff first. Let's see. 14 to 15 in Spirit Plague. 14 to 15. More damage, but the spread range is smaller. 14 to 15 on Chthonic Rift. Fissure. Stygian Current. And 14 out of 15 to Bone Curse. Yep. Chill Chance. Well, here we go. See if we can't get him to all kinds of dots and damages and Hey, out of way, Grail. You're frozen. Nice. Andy, you do that a little bit more. I like that. Say that would be cool with me too. We got some bones, some petals, some horns, some rare shards, focus, storm, upheaval. As he has been buffed to give us those. But the buffs, which give us more cool, nifty loot, also make him more dangerous. I've not yet finished out a full raft of evolutions on one. I think we have one more evolution to go on that beast. The Tomb of Morditas.
Is locating the lance.
Give me all the gold. The Lance of Heorot.
We have the lance. Would you? But why? I'll give you. Tell me more of this immortal.
The lance was found, and a bond was formed.
Do you think we'll see Heorot before?
Their fates intertwined
Let's go together.
with mine. But for now, they focused on their gods.
We fight our way through one map to talk to Heorot. I believe this gives us our last 3 idle slots.
Of course. Yes. If what to be on, all that is left is to take
Yep,
the lance and
it does. I'm not sure where we go after spending the last 15 points in those 3 places. Let's find out. It's Chaos Bolts. Grimhilda's Domain. Which fire that you inflict deals more damage multiplicative with other modifiers per 1% global chance to ignite with fire and per 1% global chance to inflict damage with product skills. Additionally, you have Ignite or Damned Overload. Your hits spread witch fire to a number of enemies within 10 meters. I'm down with that. Glorious. Right, we know we're keeping this. No. Nope. Yeah, we're keeping that. Maybe? No. 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 Nope. Mm-hmm. We'll take that. More ward. See, int health and armor. Int cooldown recovery and armor. Increased movement. A significant increase in movement. Oh, that's even better. Higher int. Lots of movement speed. Not big about the poison. Poison resist not bad on the dodge. I think we want. Yeah. 41 spell damage. Currently at that. Melee crit, increased fizz. Yeah, none of those are any good. Spell, int, cast speed. That's int and ward per second. I like the ward per second a lot. Pardon me if I'm a bit muttery as I talk to myself. But I'm the only person who will listen. 1690, and this would be 1722, but I think the ward makes it worth keeping the one I'm currently using. A little more defense. A little less offense. Perfectly fine. Void damage, that's a minion. We don't particularly like that except for the spell damage and the health cost of spells, which we really don't need. Whereas this is 1690 and that is 1591. Well, thank you. Welcome back. Thank you for the follow yesterday, by the way. I appreciate that. I am tired. I had a really crappy night's sleep, but other than that, I'm well. I don't blame you for the crappy night's sleep, although I would like to. Frankly, I would like to blame anyone. But sadly, it's on me. But I'm going to pretend that it's on somebody who's not me. Let us see really quickly what our resists look like. Fizz. We could use some Fizz resist is the short version. How about, do we have any Fizz resist? Not that you would notice. No, we have no physical resist. I don't understand why this gets highlighted when there is no PHYS anywhere on this item. But it gets highlighted. I don't know why. It makes no sense. It's like their spelling software crashes and burns sometimes. I have no Fizz resist idols, which is unusual, I have to say. Oh. There we go. So what else do we have? Poison. Poison's not big right now. I don't seem to have an awful lot. Cold. I think I was a little bit low on cold. So we'll slot that sucker in. I'm not doing Rip Blood anymore. That helped the cold, definitely. Void, I guess? Void or Elemental? Elemental would be good if we can find Elemental. No, we don't have any with Elemental. How about Void? Just that one? No, Cold Resist. That doesn't have Void. Doesn't say Void on it anywhere. Why does this happen to me? I don't understand. Any consolation you? You don't remember the last time you slept over 4 to 5 hours? Yeah, well, I'm an old fart. I get a lot of sleep, generally. I have been sleeping quite well for the last 3 or 4 days. In fact, unusually well, except that I wake up and I'm tired and then I take a nap. And that messes with my sleep even more. But yeah, all we really want from sleep is to just start, stop, feel rested. That's it. If I could turn off dreams, I would be happy to turn off dreams. Because my dreams are always just weird. I mean, it's really not complicated. What we want from sleep is like our cars and our computers. We just want them to bleeping work, okay? Did I have anything else with cold? I don't remember. I think there was one more with cold. Yeah, not much of a cold resist, but a little. Poison, health on kill. These are really disappointing. I have to say, these are not impressing me. How do they look now? Okay, good poison, excellent necrotic, okay void, poor physical, decent cold, good lightning, and excellent fire. All right. I mean, it's not awesome, but it's okay. All right, we have to return to Heorot. So we'll finish up that piece of the storyline. And then before we head off to the port that's on fire, we're actually going to go straight to monoliths and level up some in the monoliths, maybe get some good gear, and then we will do the rest of the story to open up the Circle of Fortune. And even then, we probably won't do the whole thing. We might actually do the shortcut. Where are you little shits running off to? Come on, take your whooping. Not a fan of these things running past me and attacking from behind. It's just kind of a dick move. They're jerks. Ooh, he's very unpleasant. Oh, extra ignite. I like extra ignite. As what we're all about is ignites and damnations. Ooh. Are we heading back in time? We're opening the rift to the ancient era. This is the league mechanic, the new seasonal mechanic. I'm up to 4,389 animal bones. 16, 4, and 13 on the bits and pieces. So we're about a third of the way, roughly, to being able to get, like, one of the high-end items.
The hunt never ends, traveler.
Would you? Whoops! I don't like whatever it is they're laying down, so to speak. And my pet's dead. I keep picking on my pet. They know he's my only friend. Except for you guys, obviously. And he's back from the dead. Everyone dead? Has everyone been served? Something hit me quite hard. I am not a fan of being hit quite hard. What do we have? We've got 6 pestilence and a damned overload. Okay. It's the first time I've noticed that we do actually get the icon for the damned overload. And no, I'm not swearing about it. I'm not saying the damned overload. I'm overloaded on stacks of damned. And I'm so moved that it has led me to shed a tear. Actually, no, I'm an old guy and my eyes often get very watery, although not at night. They get too dry at night. Stay young, guys. That's just the short and long of it. Just stay freaking young. There's the chest. Every one of these has a chest. I missed it the very first time. I've caught all the ones since then. Some bones. Not much else. Again, something hitting really hard. Bashing right through my ward. And blasting away about half of my life while they were at it. My pet's dead again. Actually, I'm in like 2 levels, I lose the pet, so. Alright, this should be the boss mob. I'm not sure if this is the last evolution or if I have one more to go. We've got fire and damnation overload. Got him. All right, 3 primordial bits and some rare shards. Boots that are part of the drop for that. Okay, we've started a new lineage. That is, in fact, the fully evolved time-rifting critter. We start a new lineage. And we get a bunch of stuff based on the buffs we chose to give the monster. Because for each different buff, there was a different reward. So we have rare skill shards. We have boots. And I don't remember what else we got. That is almost certainly something I want to use. Boots, 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 boots. Boots. Scepter, staff.
A fine choice of...
So we got about 1,000 ancient bones out of that. We're at about 5,600. You can't see it because my fat head's in the way. To buy the item that I have highlighted there, which would add 3 to 4 to basically all of my skills, and a whole bunch of intelligence and a chance to cast Flame Ward. I don't remember actually if that one I wanted or one of them I wanted. Was it the ring? It might have been one of the rings. Yeah, it was that one, I think. Ignites are spread, fire skills, summon stuff, and together it's probably really good. The other thing I've been looking at is the bag of uniques. It drops a random number of unique items when opened. How many? I don't know. It would cost 1,500 ancient bones, which I have plenty of. 10 of these, the primordial fangs, which I have 16 of, and 10 of the primordial feathers, which I have 0 of. But they can be traded 2 for 1 for the horns, which I have 7 of, which means I could get 3 of the feathers, which is not enough for a bag of uniques. So I need more feathers to get a bag of uniques. I could, however, get a bag of glyphs. Couldn't get the runes. No. So that's basically the only thing I can get right now is a bag of glyphs. Not interested. But we have successfully completed our first creature all the way to completion. Just before we're going to head into monoliths. And I believe you can evolve them 4 times. And it's like every, I don't know, 3rd or 4th rift you get into, you can go in and evolve it. The rest of the rifts just summon the mob that you have evolved so far. Lagon's Blessing is the next chapter. We all love Lagon, all of us who play Last Epoch. Actually, I don't hate Lagon as much as most of the player base does. For whatever reason, I've never had too much trouble with Lagon. Well, except the one pre-release league where my attack literally couldn't hit him. The only damage I could do on the character was with Warpath. And Warpath couldn't hit the mob, literally.
We have have here. We must. You're right. We'll travel from what, but we should get to the coast. There's a settlement south, Deep Harbor. It has
Speak with
underground
Grael.
routes that take us there.
Back to Deep Harbor. Okay, we're not interested in Deep Harbor. So, we are going to the end of time. I need kind of a deeper voice to pull that off, I think. We are going to the end of time. Better? I hope. Also, good evening, guys. Thank you all for hanging out here. Cast speed, ward per second. Well, that one's got more ward per second, but less int. I could probably work with that. Minion damage, we don't care. That one's got slightly more cast speed. This has got mana and a couple of resists. Sure, actually, I think I like that one better. We want to put, not that, dumbass, that aside. That we're keeping and maybe using. Probably using, actually. Necrotic. I don't think I need any more necrotic resistance because I'm already at 125. So probably can do without the increased necrotic resistance. Being overcapped by 2/3. 44 spell damage. That's just not... Ooh, the increased fire damage might make up for it. Let's find out. We're currently at 1781 for Chthonic Fissure. Granted, that's just a hand-wavy estimate. 1750. Less, okay. Doesn't make the grade. Sorry, sir. You'll have to go to the store. Looks like the rest of it is all, well, not all that needs to get filed away. The rest of it is sales material.
Gold won't save you, but a blade might.
And then we're going to start the end game. Now, it's a bit dicey to start at this level. 48? Yeah, 48. They just increased the level of the lowest tier of the end game stuff was, I think, 52. And so being 48 against 52s wasn't a big deal. I think they upgraded it to 56 now. That's going to be a tougher get. But I should also get more XP for it. But we're about to find out. Let's see. This +2 to all skills. +6 to all attributes. Increased movement speed. All resists. Minion damage. Don't much care because I'm not going to be having a minion for much longer. Except for the one this summons. When a hit leaves a boss or champion below 40% health, you summon a Rift Beast for 15 seconds. The Rift Beast summoned has the same evolutions as the Rift Beast that dropped this item. So the Rift Beast I summoned and just killed 5 minutes ago is the one I will get that will get summoned when I'm fighting a boss or champion and get it below 40% health. But the fact is, a little bit of resists, +6 to all attributes and +2 to all skills makes this a complete and utter no-brainer. This also means that I have to add 2 to my skills. What a shame. So that's 15 to 17 in Chaos Bolts. Chaos Bolts, 15 to 17. So 15 is there. So, second point in Devour, and then another Affliction. I already have that. Ah, there we are. Yep. Cursed Blood. Chaos Bolt hits refresh the duration of your curses and grant you health per curse. That seems really good. Chaos Bolt's hits against cursed enemies cast Bone Curse at their location. In fact, has a 6-second cooldown. Which means I don't have to manually cast that anymore. That seems good too. 15 to 17 in Chthonic Fissure. So that is 2 more points I should get a Stygian Current all the way and DFB and Mantle of Flames. We're already there. Death from Below and Mantle of Flames. Death from Below. Chthonic Fissure deals more damage multiplicative. And the Fissure grants a percent of your global chance to ignite as Ignite. Ooh, extra ignites. I like extra ignites, and I cannot lie. Unspent points. We go from 15 to 17 on Spirit Plague. 15 to 17. 15 is there. 2 points in Enfeeblement. Frailty stacks. And 15 to 17 on Bone Curse. That is one there. Okay, we have Chillblains and Brittle Bones. Chillblains, chill chance. Brittle Bones. I'm a little surprised that they have that later. I would have put that earlier and should have. It's a cull, which basically means when they get hit with the Bone Curse, or if they have Bone Curse on them, and they drop below 12% life, it kills them instantly. It is what we refer to as a cull. I need to AFK for just a sec and refill my coffee cup. I will be back in approximately 38 seconds. Okay, it's probably going to be closer to... Three, 5, 36, 37. See, exactly 38 seconds. All right, is there anything else we have to do before we head out to get our ass kicked? No, I think we're good. All right. A couple extra percent on the resists. And now we are going into monoliths, the end game. Now, as I said, they bumped the level of the... I think all of the monoliths they bumped the levels for. So these used to be level 52, and so 46 or 48 was not a big deal. I think they're 56 now from 52. That's going to hurt a bit more. We'll go for some experience. Level 62. 62? Maybe it was they were 56 before and they're 62 now. This is going to hurt. I may have to reconsider. But no guts, no gory. So far, so good. Wow, a Portal Charm on my first batch of mobs. That seems unlikely. We've got... I would really, really like to follow the Loot Lizard and kill him as quickly as possible, as I think he's got a shitload of exalted items. And I want to pick those up, but it would probably just get me killed in the short run, so we will instead kill everything else first. So far, so good. We've gained like half a level. I don't think we're out of trouble. We need to slay all champions. That means there's at least one and probably multiple champions, which might be a problem. As regular champions that I've been fighting have been a bit of a pain, and these will be 8 levels higher than me? 14 levels higher than me? A lot levels higher than me. Looks like there's 3 of them at least. Well, we're hopefully we're going to get to see my new amulet work 3 times. Each time we get them down low enough, at 40%, we should spawn that same fellow we were fighting earlier. We've got a biggish mob. Is he coming back? He is. Little snot. Thinks he's clever. We'll play dead. Ha, fooled you. No, you didn't. My pet is not standing up to the hits especially well. But he's keeping them busy for some length of time, which is kind of what we want. That is a level. 49. I'm going to back off for a second. Did he die again? Well, those are all hits that I'm not taking, so... Ooh, he hit me really, really hard. Infernal homunculus bile. Oh, it's my favorite. That and vanilla. Well, I would like to get that thing. Oh, we also are going to have a nemesis here. This is going to be interestinger and interestinger. He went and died again. We'll take a sec here to regenerate our mana. Increased health regen, huh? We're going to go ahead and challenge him. And hope that he's not a level of this area, because otherwise that could be a real problem. Oh, we summoned the pet. When he got down to 40%. I wish his... No, that was the pet's ability, not his. Silly lens. You missed it. Opportunity. Wow, that's the 3 champions. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Guys, just stop coming back from the dead, okay? It's not cool. I know the other kids are all saying, Death, you should try it. Come on back. It's cool, but no, it's really not. I'm not sure they're going to listen to me, though. Kids, they never listen. All right, we're getting close to the first of the champions, which I expect, realistically, probably going to kill me. There he is. And my pet's dead. I wish we could actually see, I don't know, his freaking stats, but for some reason, it just never seems to show up when I mouse over them. Oh, okay, he's down to 40% because the second pet popped up. Is he dead? I think so. Okay. It's weird. I don't know if it's something new. I've just never noticed it before. But mousing over anything most of the time is not getting you the statistics. Their life totals, their buffs and debuffs, all of that sort of, useful information. Doesn't seem to be popping up. We've got one of them down. Not sure what those little electrical bolt things along the ground are. It's got to be the new amulet. No, it doesn't look like it. So I don't know then. Right, we got another big boy. Did we get 2? We got 2. I'm clearly living right these days, There's level 50. Whoop. Yeah, that's not good. Wow, that thing follows. Holy crap, does that suck. I mean, unless it's from my friend, but I don't think it is. Did we get them both? We got them both. If I sound unbelieving, it's because I'm not believing it. I had it the whole way, really. I was never concerned. Were you guys concerned? I didn't think so. You had faith in me. You knew I was good to go. They didn't stand a chance against me. I mean, seriously. How could they? That was no challenge whatsoever. Experience tones. Yes, please. More XP. Another point into our Grimhild's domain. We hit 50, so that opens up the last of these, which is Profane Veil, which I've never used in the game. So we have 10 points in Profane Veil. So, southeast, northeast, 2 and 1. It lasts longer and we move faster. We cleanse all negative effects when we enter it. West, north, northeast. We have a chance to slow mobs and do a little health leech. Necrotic to fire conversion while in Profane Veil. And area inflicts penance. Right, that is, what, 6, I think. And then 2 and 2 to the west. Scorn. Scorn. You deal more global damage multiplicative with other modifiers to cursed enemies. And Stream of Profanity. Well, all I can say about that, fuck yeah. Directly casting a curse skill reduces Profane Veil's remaining cooldown. This effect can occur a maximum number of times. And now we say farewell to our dearly beloved meat shield for Profane Veil. I did want to check on one thing and see if by default we have it. Yeah, we do. Okay. Yep. All right. What we really like, that's a level 70 item. We're not getting that. It's a level 62 item. We're not getting that. All right. We have lots of stuff. I didn't empty out my stuff beforehand, so yeah. Okay, that is int. Mana spent as ward. Interesting. Instead of 20 mana ward per second, this is mana spent as ward. And mana regen. That seems pretty good. Cast speed, necrotic damage. Okay, the freeze rate multiplier does nothing for us, but the rest of this is good. 1844, 1833, but cast speed is inherently a buff, and the mana regen will be good. Health regeneration, 117%. Movement speed, but nothing else on that particularly floats my boat. Hat. That's a lot of vit and fizz resist. My current hat. Death Seal does nothing for us. The vit is fine. I mean, it's extra health. The physical resistance is good. So that's currently 1833. If we swap to this, 1757. There's really no excuse for other ARPGs to not do what LE is doing. Dropped items, drop ID already. I agree 1,000%. It's wasted energy. I do think that it's a decent middle ground what PoE 2 has after you get the NPC who can do it, which will bulk ID everything. But I still agree that this is better. So I lose the fire damage for this thing. Which is not insignificant. All right, I think we keep this for now. Oh, what was the life change? 779, 836. That's 60. That's not nothing either. In Diablo 1 and 2, was a hardware limitation, then became a rule somehow. Well, that's one of my complaints, and Lord knows I have many, that I've always had with the PoE devs, is their slavish devotion to bad system design. Now, it wasn't bad when Diablo 2 did it, because Diablo and Diablo 2 kind of created the entire genre of game. You don't want to be slavishly attached to the bad parts. And things like they wanted the old-fashioned trade where, two people stand two characters stand 30 feet apart and they each drop an item on the ground and then they run and pick up the other guy's item, and that's how you trade. That has always been idiotic. Their stance on the trading has always been terrible. In that, well, we want to make it possible, but we want to make it as excruciating as possible. Is just bad design. And so they've always clung onto certain bad elements from Diablo 2. And it's not the fault of Diablo 2. It's the fault of the people who idolize Diablo 2 to such a point that they're not willing to question some of those fundamental decisions that were made 30 years ago. 100% we need to evolve beyond past limitations. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's one of the things that Last Epoch has done brilliantly, is they've kind of woken up everybody else that, you know, the rules we all accepted for so long, they all need to be looked at. They don't all need to be changed, but they need to be looked at. I mean, anyone who's played the crafting in Last Epoch compared to PoE 2, PoE 2 doesn't have crafting. It has random number generation and nothing else. I want to add a random affix. I want to add another random affix. Oh, I didn't get anything I wanted. This item's useless. Wait for the next one. Add a random affix. Add a random affix. That's not crafting. I mean, the crafting in PoE 1 can be incredibly complicated and way too deterministic, but in generally is just way too complicated and not deterministic enough. In other words, the highest end of crafting is pretty much non-deterministic. These guys have statted out every single part of the crafting and can make just about whatever they want with enough time and enough, currency. Whereas at the lower end, getting like 2 affixes you want really badly is incredibly difficult and time consuming. But PoE's 2 is just, it's dreadful. Now they're making changes. And a lot of the changes I've seen coming seem to be good. I hope they are. Ooh, that's, oh my God damn, that might be really good. I like to sort of save the good stuff up to do comparisons after I empty out the rest of it. No. Requires level 62. That's a maybe. We'll hold on to that. Ward per second. Ward retention in it. Okay, that's actually sounding... Okay, we can hold on to that one too. Pretty soon I'll be holding on to every single thing I pick up. Well, I gotta hold on to that one too. Ward decay threshold. +1 ward per second per active maelstrom. I can safely say I don't need that, but I might want to keep it for another character. Electrify, no. Throwing attacks. Chaos bolts. That's another one we want to keep. We got a bunch of potentially really good loot. Health cost of spells. We're not currently casting any spells with health cost. Maximum shadows. Pfft, rogue stuff. Who cares about rogue stuff? I tell you, there's an awful lot of stuff in here I want to take a closer look at. That's a keeper, for sure. Damage over time, fire resist. No, maybe. No, I don't need that. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, I'm sure I don't need that. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I do. I definitely want to break that one up for parts. I think I want to break that one up for parts too. All right, we want to break those 2 up for parts. The rest of these get sold. Pardon me. I just have a surfeit of potentially good loot. Yeah. Okay.
Take care.
We're busting this up. Mostly because the melee damage leached as health is a nice affix. Not for this build, obviously. We got 2 shards of it. Very nice. Over here. Oh, it has a sealed tier 3 health. Oh. That's not bad. Not for this character, I don't think. Oh, there we are. All right, so now we begin checking. Let's see, this is health regen, fire damage, chance to ignite with fire skills. When you kill an enemy with a fire skill, you take 4 fire damage. Ooh, 4 fire damage. That would be terrible. Increased fire spell cast speed. Okay, out of curiosity, we see 1833. 1779. I didn't think so, but with all the fire stuff being added in, it was worth taking a quick browse. $18.33. I don't think that's really doing much with the. That's ward per second. This is spent as ward 9 int, 8 int. We don't need the necrotic resistance. On the other hand, we don't. Oh, necrotic damage. I think we stick with that one. Okay. This needs to get put away. 11 int. 17% mono's ward, damage over time, spell damage. 1833, probably a little bit more. 1989. It was a good year, 1989. A little lightning resist. We've got an open suffix for another resist. I think that's a keeper. That gets filed away. This we cannot use yet. It's a lot of ward and ward retention. We want to hold on to that. For the goodie bin. These going into the goodie bin. Those are going into the everything pile. +2 to Chaos Bolts. So our curse Chaos Bolts, they don't give us a number, and I wish they did. I know that there are difficulties, but even just giving a silly-ass metric number would be nice. Chaos Bolts, mana, void resist, lightning resist. We now have 2 more points in mana, or in Chaos Bolts. Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. This is possible in the near future. We can't use it yet because of level. Can't use it because of level. I don't think we even want to consider using that for a later character. Increased elemental damage over time. Damage over time. That's really good. 2% of current health converted to ward when you directly cast a necrotic spell. God, that's really good too. Am I going to stream the PoE 2 new update? I expect I probably will, yeah. That's like a week. Next Friday, right? I think. Now, are you doing the Summer of 69 as a musical reference? A musical old guy reference? Or using the Summer of 69 because nice? So, theoretically, this is 2095. 2296. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I don't like giving up that ward. Yes, for both. That's reasonable. But multiple damage over time. All of my damage is damage over time. And I think my necrotic is getting turned into fire or into ignite. So this is just really big damages, yo. And lastly, we can't use this yet. We need to be 58 curses because 188% increased necrotic damage. That's going to be a buttload. All right, this goes down here. We can check on that one in just a second. We want all of these that we can't use right now to go here. We want these to go there. I want to do a real quick check here. 2296. 2278. What? Let's see. That's got no additional nice numbers. That has increased necrotic and chill and an open suffix. So I think we will try that. These need to go elsewhere. Not there. That one goes into our delicious purple tab. And that we contemptuously throw on the floor. It was contemptuous. We kind of went like... Right. We have 2 more points in Chaos Voltage. 17 to 19. So that should be Abrupt Chaos and Pandemonium. Cast speed and projectile speed. Pandemonium's chance for increased area, 13% per point. We have everything now. Is everything as it should be? I think so. We're now going back in and we're going on to our next one. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, our first Cemetery of the Erased. That's last league's mechanic. Let's go there. Oh, we can definitely die there. Those things are going to be really tough. Death incoming. Also, we no longer have our meat puppet. Let's go ahead and try this. First time I have ever used that skill. Oh, he was dead. I was correct. He was dead. He just didn't stay dead. Destroy both bone spires. Ooh, cool. New map. Well, that was kind of gross. That thing came out of nowhere. The Titan Leech. Ow. Let us grab that as quickly as we can. Cool new map. Oh, he's big. We've got our Rift Beast friend. As that was a champion or boss mob or something. Oh, that's right, he's friendly. Oh, I can't get through him. That's interesting. Oh, we've got another nemesis. What do we have? Oh, we've got the Alchemist Ladle, but it's the bad one. No one knows what it's like to have the bad spoon. None of these are particularly interesting. We'll just go right ahead and challenge him. Ooh, I converted. Oh, my friend. So The Profane Veil did a buttload of damage to him in a great big hurry. I approve of that, by the way. Want to be clear. Wasn't complaining. Busy maps, though. Kind of tough to make out what all is waiting for you where. And I am definitely not a fan of those ice elementals, as I said when we were going through the Temple of Heron. They're one of those mobs that if you're not paying attention, they can kill you in a great big hurry. It's another level. Levels are going a little... Whoa! Okay. That was not necessary or cool. Is that 2 Rhyme Giants? I think it is. Big packs of those ice elementals are not conducive to happiness or health. At least mine. Big a map. Cool looking map. That's a Spire Guardian. Whoop. Another Spire Guardian. Don't think we needed 2 of those, just putting that out there. And my friend is up. And the Bone Spire. Echo conquered. Ooh, 2 of those little assholes. Don't like them. Well, we haven't died yet. They're huge. They are indeed huge. Amulets. Some gold, some glyphs, some goodies. Another point. We have one? We have one. We're almost done with Grimhilde's domain. I wonder when we get there. Well, we can't go straight to that one, even if we wanted to. We'd have to put 2 in there first. This one will open up. Cast speed for curses, and a 3-point bonus. Damage leaves you before 35% health. You cleanse all of your curses on you. I'm not doing a self-curse build, so I don't think that's probably important. There are builds where you curse yourself. And Lord knows I do that all the time as it is. Aspect of Death. You have increased health and deal more damage, multiplicative. First stack of each negative ailment on you. That again does pretty... Damn yourself when you hit. Yeah, well, I've damned myself plenty of times, that's for sure. I'm not sure we use any of those, but I could be wrong. Could be entirely wrong. Hardly seems likely that I would be wrong about, well, anything. From 10 to 13 on Profane Veil. So at 10 we're there. Eternal Blasphemy, Spirit Plate, Snail. Eternal Blasphemy, Spirit Plate, Snail. Spirit Plate gives us armor applies to dots. Profane Veil lasts longer. Goes up to like 2.4 seconds or something like that. Oh, that's right. It is. I have to remember it's a channeled skill. So I have to remember to press down and hold. Because otherwise, you know, bad things. 45 spell damage. Not with those additionals. Void damage, no. No. Nope. Nope. It's a lot of physical resistance. I can resist anything but temptation. I don't remember whose line I just stole. It's a good one, though. Dexter's Burial Mask of Sanctuary. Sanctuary! Absolutely none of those are particularly interesting to me. We will drop that into the basket. Oh. Uniques. We are level 51 now. We are going to try our luck at the Cemetery of the Erased. This one is likely going to kill me, as these were no joke last season. And it is 11 levels higher than me. Oh, what are you doing there? Why do they keep coming? I didn't ask for them to come. I didn't give them permission to continue to harass me. Whoops! Champion! Oh, she just bounces around like a crazy person. And until they die. There's my friend again, summoned up. Whoop. What on earth is with everybody summoning friends? Is everyone finished? I mean, it's okay if I summon a friend. I made a friend by killing them. That's allowed. Oh my god, those freaking... We're in a map filled with shitloads of very, very large scorpions. Well, we're not dead yet. Can't say I'm liking my odds. Silken cocoon. Just all kinds of scorpions bouncing out of the ground. Coming in to say hi. But they don't mean it. They're faking it. They feign their enthusiasm. All they really want to do is eat me. There is no shortage of critters around here, that's for sure. God damn it, they split into multiples again? That's kind of a dick move. Why is everything breaking out into more things? don't believe I ordered that off the menu. It seems like every single one of these giant scorpions dies and summons another one, which I'm pretty sure is an exploit, and I have to report them to the authorities. Don't want to. Level 52. All right, that was the easy part. Now we go into the cemetery, where things get really interesting. Oh, it was, no, wrong one. Right one. There we go. We've got all of our points in her domain. She is the master of her domain. Okay, let's see. This is the part I expect will kill me. Not that the other didn't give it a shot. But the cemeteries are no joke. Big. Something big. Very, very unnecessarily big. I Got him. Got him. Good old Cull. God, I love Cull. Remember, I have, I believe, a 12% Cull. If I get a mob down to 12%, they instantly just die. And I want to be clear about this. They deserve it. Nope. They weren't there a second ago, and then they appear. It's just not fair. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. That'll help. Will it be enough? Don't know. Whoa, he's big and right on top of me. And perhaps I might want to move. You know, maybe a little. Something big over there, too. No problem. Had it the whole way. We have a temporary pet. He's not very exciting. He's an ice beetle. Oh, something important dropped. Yoke. Oh, okay. It's a false temple. That's one of the mechanics that allow you to set up maps and stuff, if memory serves, where you can get specific goodies. Oh, is he? What the heck is he? We got everybody dead, or I can't even tell. I've got a shitload of little critters. I guess that was the shrine again. So I've gotten two pet shrines in a row. I'm going to say it out loud, what I'm thinking. Am I actually going to get through this alive without dying once? There, I said it. I have now cursed myself. You know, I said I didn't think that this was a self-curse build. Evidently, I could very well be wrong about that, and that I'm pretty sure I just cursed myself. You'll note I'm in overload for both conditions. Now it's just the ignite. Oh, we've got a champion. Now I'm definitely asking for trouble pushing my luck. Holy crap, that's way too much ground freaking clutter. Did I kill him? Nope. Yes, I did. That's my friend. We killed him. I'm laughing at them. I shouldn't laugh at them. They're going to eat me. Do not laugh at the bad creatures. As I was just knocked down to almost no health at all. It's fine. I'm good now. How are you? I'm not going to mess with an exiled mage in here. I just don't think that would be wise. We've got enough issues. We don't need to create additional ones. The exiled mages are tough, and a couple of them can be bad, especially in enclosed spaces. Note, that was an enclosed... Oh! Holy crap! Dude, come on, man. Don't be that way. It's got to be that way, don't you? Oh, boss mob. If I can get him to 40%, that would be nice. Oh! Fuck! 2 ticks. I don't have a... Oh, my... I'm immune to damage when I have Profane Veil up. I didn't put Profane Veil up. It was 2 ticks of his area effect killed me, and I don't have a movement skill, so I couldn't get out. I needed to hit Profane Veil to not take damage and have a slow move out of it. So that's 3 deaths. Yeah, those cemeteries are no joke. Yeah, I almost got it. I didn't remember what the attacks were for the boss. And I was just a fraction of a second too late remembering that I could hit Profane Veil and take no damage for 2 seconds. And, I mean, it slows my movement, but I could have gotten out. First tick got me down to like 300, and then the second tick killed me. Still, I'm not upset with that result. I would have liked to have finished it, having gotten to the boss, but life is what it is. And that holds true for games more than most things. Let's see if we got anything tasty. Even if it's all higher level. Or mage. Level 14 mage. Cold pen with cold invocations. And haste after you use evade. I think I want to keep that because I do like me a mage. This is level 55, so we're not there yet. Increased fire, 139% increased fire damage, and mana spent gained as ward. Yeah, that one is a very possible future candidate for handling, which sounds dirty, and I intended it to. All right, we want to hold on to these. We've got a couple of these new... I swear to God, sometimes you click on something and the wrong thing moves. We have a couple of the new... I haven't looked at them, I just moved them. Of the idols that are specific to the cemetery mechanic we just went through and died in. Dreadshade, not using it. All right, all of these we sell.
Yes. Take care.
This we drop off in our, maybe we can use this later, tab. Oh no, sorry. We drop this into for future character tab. I don't think we've got any space for it there, do we? We do not. We have another one of those? That's our purples. Guess it's time to add another stash tab. And then our purples. But this is a purple in particular that we might want for this character. So this goes to the characters tab. Hope you're paying attention to my system. You'll be quizzed on it later. Increased minion cold damage. Less damage over time taken. That is not helpful to me at all. Now the more interesting ones. These are the mechanic-specific ones. We have 1 2 wide. Vit and health regen, void damage, and minion void damage. The vitality and health regen is nice, but I don't need void damage. Potion, I've never really found a good use for any of the potion specialties, like converting them to ward or something. But I have never done any of the sort of special potion builds that are built around using your potions. I believe David Brevik, the guy who created Diablo 1, Diablo 2, or primary guy who did, his wife is known as the Jungle Queen, and there is a piece of gear named after her. I think it's a belt with a shitload of potions, has like 14 potion slots. And that would be built for a potion build to keep throwing them out for some buff or damage effect. Physical pen, minion fizz pen, damage reflected, and that doesn't seem bad. That 13% of damage is reflected and 123 is reflected to attackers. I think reflected, however, doesn't lessen the damage you take. Like if I got hit for 123, I'd take 123. He'd just take even more. I should check. I can check that. I have the technology. Game guide. Search. Reflect. Nothing for reflect. Really? Damage. I'm a little surprised because the game guide tends to be good for those sort of things. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And then this one, Fire Pen is good. Damage over time is very good. We have a winner. Let's see. That can come out. That can come out. And then this can go over there. And this one is just plain good. Fire Pen is good for us. We do a lot of damage over time. And we have frailty applications. So that one is just an absolute slam dunk winner. I'm glad to see you're taking notes, dude. There will be a quiz later. Not today, but, we want to let you know in advance that it will be on the final. Well, we don't want to go out on a die, now do we? So we are at 2 more points on Profane Veil, so that's 13 to 15. So that is Mire of Words and Hellfire. Mire of Words immobilizes cursed enemies for a short duration, and Hellfire, while in Profane Veil, you gain a percentage of your damned, bleed, poison, slow, and ignite chance on hit. Has a chance to ignite per second. Basically, that means I'll be setting everything on fire. We have 17 to 18 on Bone Curse. And that should take us to Abrupt Chaos, 0.2. I have the wrong thing up. I do have the wrong thing up. Bone Curse. Sorry. 17 to 18. 1 point in Reaper's Mark. Mark for Death lasts longer, 50% per point. 17 to 18 on Spirit Plague. Another point rotten to the core. Why, yes, I am. Thank you for noticing. 17 to 18 on Chthonic Fissure. That should be not Mantle of Flames, because there's one point we have chosen not to take. This one. Basically, when you cast a fissure, it casts a second fissure. And both of them fire off, but it basically almost doubles the cost. And I don't have the mana to support it right now. Maybe later. Maybe not. 19 to 20 in Chaos Bolts. $19, $20. Second point in Pandemonium. More area. All right, we got all of our ducks in a row, and we don't even have any ducks. So, we failed, sadly. We would have to go through it again. We would not have I believe, would not have access to the cemetery itself. I think. But I'm not sure. I don't think you get two cuts at it. As much as I would like to go there for the green item. Let's see. Cash? Get at it. Get out of town. Do I look like a guy who's driven by cash? We'll go here. Slay enemies to locate unstable rifts. I wish everything wasn't the exact same color. I do not find that particularly helpful or amenable to gameplay. Oh, we've got a champion over there. Well, we'll be heading that way sooner or later anyway, I expect. Whoops. Big bear hit. Big bear hit hard. I do not have a lot of wiggle room as far as spare life goes. And defenses. I mean, I think I've probably got good armor for my class. Because I put a fair number of points into that, but... Oh my god, where? Oh, congealed sludge, could we not? Seriously. Nobody really wants anything to do with congealed sludge. I mean, I don't mean to pick on any, closet congealed sludge lovers who are watching. Everyone done? I think we get to go back in. Yeah, and we get to travel to the ancient era. I am going to assume this is the same level as this. I have tried Torchlight Infinite. I think it is a perfectly fine ARPG. It does have the pay-to-win issue with the pets, but the gameplay mechanics, they're just fine. I will also say that for a PC mobile port, it's better than most PC console ports by a lot. If you haven't tried it, I definitely would recommend trying it. It's a solid game. It can be a bit tough to understand mechanically. They don't do a great job of explaining things. And similar to a lot of other ARPGs, you might want to follow a build guide the first time, but you don't have to by any means. It's a pay to win, but it's a solo game. What it is as you level up, you'll get access to, I think, 3 pets you can have. And the pets have in-game effects, and the best pets are rare drops, or you can buy boxes to unlock them. You will get some. I have a few of the rare pets because I've played enough to get some of them randomly, but if you want specific pets or the very best pets, or you want to level those pets up to the highest possible value, you do that with money. But by no means, the only money I've spent was to buy the currency to open up additional characters. And you don't even have to do that anymore. Now, any character except the new seasonal character is available for you to play free. Used to be you had access to some characters, but you had to pay to unlock other characters. And I dropped $20 on the game, which was enough for me to unlock 2 of the characters, and I still have half of that currency. Let's see, we were over here. 15 to 16 on Profane Veil. But the game itself is fun. For me, a lot of the entertainment comes from the various league mechanics. Some league mechanics, basically they have a brand new game system every, like, PoE brought into the genre, a new game system every new season. And some of their seasonal mechanics have been terrific, lots of fun. Some of them not as much fun.
We have once again cornered a rift beast. Fangs,
Let's see.
every part of the beast.
We would need 10. We still don't have any freaking leaves or whatever they are. Primordial feathers. We would have to have a bunch of horns to trade for those. We only have 7 horns. So we could only get 3 feathers, and we need more feathers. Dude, why aren't I getting more feathers?
Enough trading. The wilds are waiting.
That is a really big Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, he's not dead yet. I should probably do something about that. I killed him. He was big. We'll clear out this. We did. Yeah, if you enjoy ARPGs, I have no qualms at all about recommending as a fun, fast-playing, love to get out and blast ARPG. I have no problems complaining, or recommending, I should say. But I do feel it's incumbent upon me, whoops, to note that one thing, that it does have amounts to a pay-to-win mechanic in it. But if you're just playing for fun, does it matter? You don't have to pay. Nothing there? That seems unlikely. Oh, now we get to find out the big question. Where do we go after Grimhilda's domain? Because I don't know. After Grimhilda's domain, I think we want to go back somewhere. Oh, yeah, we do. We go back to Dark Protections up to 5. Well, that's less interesting. I'm getting lots of bones. which is good. That is another Tyrannosaurus Rex. A dead Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mean, it wasn't dead before I killed it, but when I killed it, it was dead. Well, once I was done killing it, it was dead. It was not dead while I was killing it. It was dead after I was done killing it. It's complicated. We have another champion coming up. Another chance for this one to die. By this one, I mean me. Oh, actually, I'm glad he pulled the little mobs. I think I've had my first hang. It's the first time I've had this happen this league. I had this problem in previous leagues, sometimes relatively frequently, where I just lose connection and time out. I think that's what's going to happen. There it is. And to happen in that place is really frustrating. First time this league. I think that is a note for me to call it an evening. Give me a sec here. We'll see what we're doing for loot and everything. Damage over time. Crit multi. Ward retention and health on kill. I don't think so. Int, mana. Armor and health. Is there a reason I don't play offline? Yeah, I mean, obviously it would allow me to avoid that problem. Generally, you know, it's a mild annoyance, and it opens up the chance that I might be able to play with. I've got a couple friends who play, and so leveling up here gives me access to a character that I can play with friends. We don't do it very often, but I want to have that opportunity. I think this is actually better than that. Yeah, I mean, since we were just talking about if you're playing a game solo, it doesn't really matter. Or if you're playing it, you know, like Torchlight Infinite, you know, you're the only one playing. And does it really matter if other people are paying to win? Not really. At least not to me. I think we hold on to that one. Ooh, purple. We always hold on to our purples, at least until much later in the league. 50 spell damage. Currently at 2393. You didn't go up, did you? Oh, I can't because levels. I can't do that because levels. I think the movement speed is important in this build because we've got some liabilities in terms of defense. And the purple, necrotic resistance. I think somewhere we've got something that like does extra damage or something based on our necrotic resistance uncapped. And this would give us like 200% necrotic resistance. Damage over time and elemental damage, though. That's not bad. Let's see. That would be 2,400, give or take. The same? That seems unlikely. 2395? 2393? Really? I am dubious. 2078? 1976. Not that much difference, though. How about this one? Back here at 2078, 1939. Is that one bad? Spell damage, necrotic damage. Yeah, okay. And elemental resistances. Well, this goes into the purple stash tab. And then I'm going to call it an evening. First build was Fisher skill scaled with necrotic stacking. Scaling. Fisher. Fish. Scaling. Never mind. I'm going to call it here for the evening. I probably will continue to play a little bit later offline. But I want to thank you guys, as always, for hanging out. I am very appreciative. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. But given my weird sleeping issues the last 4 days or so, I cannot guarantee it. I will update the Discord with the information when I know more. But let's presume that's the case. So, I hope the rest of your Friday evening, or possibly Saturday morning, goes great. More importantly, I insist you have a kick-ass weekend. I will expect a full report on my desk first thing Monday morning. Detailed about all your activities, especially the sex stuff. I'm back tomorrow, knock on wood. Have a great rest of your evening. Take care, and